That's so weird.
Hey guys, it's Drew and Jeff. Okay, we're at the third flight spot for today. This is probably gonna be the last spot we get to fly because the sun is going down quick. And Jeff had this vlog idea a while ago and we're finally doing it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna trade all of our equipment between the two of us and see if we can fly it. So for those of you that might not fly, everything we fly is like highly customized for our own tuning preferences and flying style. And so you get really used to how your setup feels. So you can always pick it up and know what to expect. So jumping into someone else's setup can kind of be weird, and we use very different equipment. I've never flown anything but a Spectrum transmitter. He uses Futaba. I use Sky Zone goggles. He uses Fat Shark, and the size of the screens and the resolutions are different, so it's all gonna like look different to us. And I think we do our rates differently, so it's gonna just feel very different. Expo's different. I think you're actually on a totally different version of Betaflight. You're on 3.0 and I'm still on 2.7 because I always take forever to update my stuff because it's flying well and I like it and I don't want to stop just getting out and flying. I need to work on that. So we're not going to do any tuning, we're not doing any line of sight testing, we're just going to jump behind the goggles, see what happens, and we're both down to one quad each. We've had plenty of crashing today, so hopefully we don't do anything too crazy and I don't destroy Jeff's quad and vice versa. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Who's first? Who's first?
You fly mine first.
Where's all my stuff? Okay, so basic overview of my setup. I fly a MQC Fusion frame, DYS 2205, 2300 kV motors, GoPro Session, Motolab Cyclone board. You can see it's like an X style frame with a central body thing. This is actually Jeff's own frame named after him called the Vortex. It's a pure X architecture made to be as light as humanly possible. We actually have the same motors on both of our quads. Didn't realize that till just now, so that's kind of cool. He runs a full-size GoPro. He also runs a Motolab Cyclone board. So there's some similarities, but again, the equipment is one aspect, but the other huge difference is in the tune and the firmware and how you set it up and the actual things that you're touching, the goggles and the transmitter, so it's gonna be interesting. We haven't even warmed up at this spot yet, so we're going in totally cold. The goggles just feel different on my face and the image size is actually a lot larger. And it's also blurry. Do you have diopters in here? Okay, so it's not even in focus for me, but we're going for it. That's the whole point of this. Holy shit. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell that he uses, less expo, higher rates. Whoa, oh my God! I can, oh my gosh, your rates are so, woo! Okay. Woo! Just doing a couple split out. Oh my, no, pull out. Oh! I think you make more power. I don't know, it's kind of hard to, I mean, they're the same motors but different props, so it's kind of hard to say. This does make me interested to try your props on my,
Getting used to it?
I'm getting used to it. So I mean, that's part of it too, is you get used to the differences. So I mean, like after a while I might find that this is a style I prefer. There we go. Alright, that's gonna be my one crazy trick. We'll do a dive.
Nice.
Okay. And I'm gonna bring it in because I'm on Struggle Street. Oh, I've never landed an X-frame with the battery on the bottom either. And I'm kind of liking these goggles a lot more than I thought I would. This is turning into like a product review. I didn't mean it to. I kind of want these goggles now. No wonder everyone uses them. Okay. We can land this. We can land this. We can do it. Hey!
Not too bad.
Touchdown. That was not too bad. So I didn't even ask. I don't even know how finicky Jeff is. I don't know if that was like something that was at all making him nervous. But I will say I kind of a freak. So I'm gonna be like cringing the whole time, like, don't. I trust Jeff though. And even if he does crash, I won't be mad. They're just toys.
You crash it?
I do crash it.
Yeah.
So Jeff seems to care much less about any difference. He's just instantly ripping it up. Woo!
These folks for a long time too. Doesn't fly too much different than that.
You think it flies similarly?
Yeah.
I could feel like a huge difference in the race. Like, so you think it's like softer?
Yeah. It's like you have more expo or whatever.
Like in a bad way, do you think it's overly spongy or totally manageable?
It's just not as quick as what I usually fly.
Because I just felt like I was like, oh shit, every little, oh gosh. It's funny seeing like your style of flying,
Yeah, and
knowing that it's on my quad, kind of like alleviates the thoughts that like when I see, yeah, that's the setup. Like when I see you do things and I'm just like, my quad's just not set up for that. There's no way I can pull that off. And it's like, no, my quad's totally capable. I just suck.
It's in the films.
Oh.
Here's close.
See, it's in the head then, you know, it's like, I know that yours is technically lighter, so I'm like, oh, it floats more, but it's probably, like, I'm watching it now, comparing side to side, I'm like, it's about the same, isn't it?
It's hard for me to put my finger on how yours is different. Aside from being a little less sensitive. Let's see if I can get used to your switch.
Perfect landing. That's something else I didn't even mention when I was rattling off all the differences that there can be between setups is like switch position. So we put our arm switches in different spots, and so I have a lot of instinct for like if I get in a bad situation, I know exactly like just instinctively which switch to hit to just stop the props and just let it fall out of the sky, let it crash out instead of going off out of control. But his was set up differently. So in the back of my mind the whole time I was flying his, I'm just like, okay, remember, if you crash, don't hit that switch because it ain't gonna do anything and you'll just keep powering off into the west. Thoughts on flying my crap quad?
Felt pretty good, not too bad.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you want to just trade full time?
No.
No? Why not? My setup, this thing is sexy. It's got LEDs. This doesn't have LEDs.
This one's named after me.
This is true.
There is that.
Overall, I think that was actually like less dramatic than I thought it would be. The difference wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, right when I took off, I was like, but I got used to it pretty quickly. And I think I could probably fly his setup full time if I had to. His gimbals felt good. I mean, it all kind of made sense. So, kind of anticlimactic. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm doing a lot more of this stuff. The vlogs just take you on my adventures to cool spots and flying and living the life, having fun. Of course, I'm still gonna do flight videos, and I wanna do more themed things like this. So gear swap was one thing that we've been wanting to do for a while. Another thing we've been trying to get set up is like to play a game of quad or drone. But if you guys have any ideas for things that you'd like to see us try, any challenges or themes for vlogs, let me know and we'll probably take you up on it. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time.